The movie opens with a tense, chaotic scene as Joanna tries to get her younger brother Michael into a house. Their father is yelling at Michael, calling him a freak and threatening him, while Joanna desperately tries to intervene and protect Michael, who appears to be autistic. The father asserts his dominance, claiming Michael as my son and refusing to listen to Joanna's pleas. Michael is clearly distressed, and the scene ends with Joanna shouting at her father to get out. The narrative then shifts to Joanna's daily life set against a backdrop of a pop song. She's running late for work and receives a call that forces her to cancel her current plans. We soon learn the urgency. Michael has been kicked out of his current care home. Joanna arrives at a formal meeting with the care home management, who accuse Michael of breaching their code of conduct and leaking confidential account information to the press. They insist he leave immediately. Joanna vehemently defends Michael, arguing that he couldn't have been the one who leaked the information and pointing out that the care home itself was stealing money from residents. The management dismisses her concerns, suggesting Michael would be better off living with you. Despite her protests and threats of legal action, Michael's placement is terminated and he must leave that day. Joanna, now facing the immediate responsibility of caring for Michael, is also dealing with her own work crisis. Her boss, Derek, is already furious about her tardiness. She manages to negotiate a 2 o'clock deadline to arrive at work or face being sacked. On the bus with Michael, she tries to explain the situation using simplified language to describe her bad word boss and the reasons for their predicament. Michael, however, is fixated on the care home injustice and asks if Joanna is cross. He believes the wonkers at the care home should face justice, showing a strong sense of right and wrong. Joanna, more jaded, tells him it's not how the world works. Michael expresses a desire to be a crusader for the truth, like Piers Morgan, a statement Joanna dismisses, calling Morgan an attention-seeking worst word. A sudden realization that they've taken the wrong bus leads to a familiar argument, culminating in Michael's distress over his phone charger, triggering an autistic meltdown. Joanna calms him down with a squeeze, and they reconcile. They arrive at Joanna's workplace, a towering corporate building where she works as a cleaner. Since Michael can't stay home, he has to wait at her job. Joanna introduces him to Big Ron, a friendly security guard who promises to keep an eye on Michael and even helps him with his phone charger. Michael, overwhelmed by the crowds and the upcoming party, asks if he can come with Joanna or get a job there. But she insists he stay with Big Ron, promising to talk about their living arrangements later. Meanwhile, preparations for a major corporate gala are underway. Joanna overhears snatches of conversations from the high-powered executives, including the Milton's owners and CEOs of Agnian Energy. They are concerned about the gala's logistics and their public image. Joanna's colleague, Helena, who is heavily pregnant, is also cleaning in during condescending remarks from one of the executives, Gerald. Joanna finally clocks in just before her 2 o'clock deadline. Derek, her boss, immediately starts to harass her, accusing her of being late and full of one, and forcing her to clean a bird strike on a Heil panel. Joanna protests, calling it borderline harassment, but Derek remains unyielding. Her colleague Noah expresses sympathy for Michael's situation and concern for Joanna, suggesting she take Michael somewhere nice after work. Later, Joanna has a run-in with Gerald Milton in the lift. He complains about a lippy cleaner, clearly referring to Joanna, and demands that her line manager be called. Joanna shrugs it off, but the incident highlights the power imbalance. The Miltons are being interviewed for a video about Agnian Energy's commitment to sustainability and clean energy, spouting corporate platitudes. Joanna and Noah watch the video, with Joanna commenting on its exorbitant cost. Derek, still micromanaging, contacts Joanna through her earpiece, ordering her to clean the bird strike. Joanna, frustrated, argues with him, but eventually agrees. As Joanna works on the high-rise windows, Michael unexpectedly appears, having found his way to her. Joanna is furious, fearing she'll be sacked. They argue Michael, accusing her of not wanting him around, and runs off. Joanna, worried, tries to follow him while Derek continues to demand she finish the bird strike. Derek, using his override, traps Joanna's cleaning platform, forcing her to complete the task. Back inside, the gala is in full swing. Jeffrey Millildren gives a speech about Agnian's values of sustainability and responsibility. As he speaks, a group of masked individuals, Earth Revolution, interrupt the event. They're L.